Welcome back to Starladder Season number 9, the European Division. Tonight, we're going to be watching Power Rangers going up against Sigma International. I am What Is Hip, and with me tonight, for the last game of the day, is Kyle Guy. What's going on, buddy?
It's going good, Greg. Quality EU Dota. Let's go ahead and take it home.
Yeah, last game of the night, and we've had some nice ones so far. Anyone you favor coming into this?
Honestly, I think it's still relatively even. According to Dota Lounge, we're right down the middle, about 55-45 one side or other. Slight nod towards Sigma, even though Power Rangers are now on a 6-game win streak. But some people can question Power Rangers. Their competition lately has been a bit on the mid-tier. VP is probably one of the more significant names that they managed to beat out. While Sigma has been going against like Empire, they did grab a win on Cloud9, so they have a wishy-washy performance themselves. So to be honest, Craig, I don't know where I would throw my rares. If Power Rangers can keep the hype train going, they can get this one, and they also grab the Cheshire Cat Nature's Prophet. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, Power Rangers, time and time again, they come out, beat teams that, you know, you might not expect them to beat, known as sort of the Navi killers. They can definitely perform at an extremely high level. But going over the bans, Bane and Lycan are gone from Power Rangers, and Visage, as well as the Shadow Shaman, getting the ban by Sigma. They picked up a Nature's Prophet and a Storm Spirit for Power Rangers, and Sigma have picked themselves up a Bat Rider and an Ancient Apparition. Something I do want to note here is Bane, first ban. Bane is probably what most people would argue is like the secret to success for Power Rangers. It's definitely one of their best heroes. They've got a couple people that can play it, and a lot of people really just do not like dealing with it. So that gets the boot here.
You meant for Sigma, right? Not for Power Rangers.
Sorry,
Sigma's
for Sigma.
Bane.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sigma.
no, and you're absolutely right with that. I mean, most people would automatically assume, oh, fucking Matt is the best Bane ever. He's actually 16-7 right now in Bane, but this is one of the coolest things when I was looking through and checking everyone's stats. You know what's funny also is Paz also has a great Bane at 12-3, almost even better than fucking Matt, but Power Rangers, they did their research. They get the respect ban out of there. They get rid of the Bane. Now, we'll see if it's a game changer or not. Sigma did falter in their last game. They're coming off a loss very recently to VP where they did have the Bane. But then again, it's just one support hero. They have a lot they can work with. They should be able to pull it through. Bat Rider and the big man AA picked up on their side.
Yeah, Sigma also does value the Marana rather highly. They have 3 core players that can all play it, and it's been, I don't think they've played it quite as much lately, but definitely a hero to look out for in this pick phase if they do want to pick that up. Puck and Doom are banned out by Power Rangers, and Dazzle as well as the Naga Siren are banned out for Sigma.
It's a bit interesting that Power Rangers, I can't remember now if this is like a typical draft style for them, but most people, you know, they like to build up the foundation first, the couple of supports that they want. They want the top pick on those quality, you know, grade A supports, whether it's the Ancient Apparition or Dazzle or the Crystal Maiden or what have you. But Power Rangers, they get Cheshire Cat's Nature's Prophet immediately, which they found success with in the past 2 games. Like I said, they're on a huge win streak. They just took down it's slipping my mind right now. I think they just also fought VP.
I think
they took both games, in the JDL, and both times Cheshire Cat got a hold of that dirty rat Nature's Prophet. So they grab it up again for themselves, and Storm Spirit also grabbed. So now they kind of have to dwindle through the rest of the pack and see what supports are left for them and what they feel will suit their lineup.
Yeah, and some people might question the Storm Spirit this early. I mean, it's very possible to pick a couple heroes like a Disruptor or something like that do kind of hose Storm Spirit at least a little bit. But Power Rangers, apparently no fear, do pick that up in the second round. And Vengeful Spirit is the first pickup for Sigma.
Yep, Vengeful Spirit has a little versatility to her. You definitely can use it as a support or carry. Might be just grabbing it just for the sake that Power Rangers won't have access to it. Considering the fact they picked up the Bat Rider for themselves. And Shadow Demon actually coming out. We don't get to see this guy too often, but we'll see if they decide to pair it together with Marana or if Sigma, they don't have any more bands to work with by that point. Will they grab it for themselves? A lot of options are there.
I really like this Shadow Demon pickup. I mean, one of the reasons you pick a Shadow Demon is to prevent your team from dying, also initiation, but really the big thing is being able to disrupt your own teammate and keep them out of danger. And with the Bat Rider on the other team, you can disrupt your own teammate and keep him from getting dragged away. So I do like this. You can also disrupt the Bat Rider, of course, and it leaves you with a bunch of options. I mean, like you said, you also have some decent synergy with some other cores like the Marana, notably. And we'll see how Power Rangers want to use that Shadow Demon heading into the last part of the draft here.
I now that you mention it, the Shadow Demon counter to Bat Rider seems to just be one of the best options of why they presumably grabbed him. Sigma had banned out the Naga, who is someone else that a lot of teams fall back on when they see the Bat Rider picked up. Even Power Rangers, I think, played it just last game, and they did that typical Boots of Travel Radiance buildup. So Sigma did a bit of the research. They get rid of the Naga to prevent it. So very smart ban on their part. And now they pick up the Invoker for themselves, which is a very pleasant surprise. You know, we love to see this guy. He is a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, and Fata's Invoker is quite strong. I mean, I'm not sure if he has also converted to the new hotness Quaswex, but I do kind of have to expect that he is. Most players at this point have really embraced it, and it's just so powerful. It's so easy to land EMPs, and it's it's one of the easiest ways to have a big impact on the game, whether you're ahead or you're behind. So I really do favor that Wex Invoker. It's also very, very good against Storm Spirit in the laning phase. Without much mana, Storm is not very good in the laning phase, so we'll see how it works out for them.
Yep, couldn't agree more. He'll do good work with the crowd control and should be able to, be able to shut down the likes of the supports, the Shadow Demon, and, like you said, the Storm Spirit. So nice quality pickup. So we'll see if Fata can make work of it. I haven't, from what the research I've done, he hasn't had the opportunity to play a lot Invoker lately, but we saw in our game earlier that some of these players who finally get the opportunity to do so can really shine with that. So we'll see if that's the case. And now Power Rangers, they need to look to build up maybe an offlaner for them. No, sorry, not an offlaner. They have the Nature's Prophet. They need a secondary support, and then what they want to do down the road for their late game. No Naga is available, and it's something they typically pick up. Other than that, we've seen Moon play Weaver and Luna pretty proficiently. So we'll see if both are still available. So we'll see if that's the case.
I do like, I think Luna in this lineup would probably work pretty nicely. I mean, you have the initiation with the Shadow Demon, you can get the Soul Catcher on there, and the Lucent Beam, a little bit of extra auto attack damage. It seems like it could be a pretty strong lane. Also, Shadow Demon is a very nice defensive support to defend someone like a Luna, who really doesn't have too much HP, a little bit weak in the laning phase, pretty easy to gank. So we'll see who they decide to pick up. I think they will maybe pick the support here. I'm not really sure. But they're definitely deep in the tank, using a lot of reserve time, trying to figure out what they do want to pick up as their fourth hero.
10 seconds. Yep, they use it all, and wow, they pull out an old school. Yeah, an old school like peanut butter and jelly combo in the Leshrac Shadow Demon. We haven't seen this in quite a while. It works really nice. It can be dominating the laning phase, a dominating roaming duo as well. Obviously, set it up with the disruption. It makes it a lot easier for Leshrac to lay down the stun. So this is a bit of a throwback and something that Power Rangers that I've looked up haven't really used too much. So I wonder if this will put Sigma a bit out of their element, but they're going to finish things up with the Lifestealer.
Lifestealer, classic hero for Sigma. Paris plays that hero all the time. Man, this Shadow Demon Lesh thing, this is cool. It's a nice little throwback, having some nostalgia. The one thing I'll say about it is if you do miss the stun, it's like the worst feeling in the world. I don't know if you've ever played Lesh in this combo, but it's like you feel so bad. You just feel like you shouldn't even be in the room anymore. You just like walk away. But I expect they'll probably be able to execute this pretty nicely. And the Marana was smartly banned out here by Sigma because that would just be a freaking nightmare if there was Shadow Demon, Leshrac, and Marana all in a tri-lane just slaying whoever even comes near them. So I'll be interested to see how they do tie this up. I mean, Luna is still very good in this tri-lane if that's the way they want to go. And they go with the Slark. That's interesting to me.
No, it is very interesting. Just to touch a little more on that Leshrac, I guess a lot of teams nowadays feel like maybe Shakira would be more optimal pickup, another hero who does require a little bit of lockdown. You know, if you miss that Ice Path, you feel just as terrible, but he has a lot of other tools to work with as well. But it's definitely a push favorite. Grabbing that Leshrac, it synergizes well with Nature's Prophet and his heavy push favor. So we'll see if it's something they want to fall back on. Slark grabbed up 5th. That's great. This is a guy who can snowball very, very well, very elusive. He'll try to take his A game and maybe rush down the support sooner than later.
All right, well, let's go over the teams for Sigma. It's going to be Paris or Sashka on the Lifestealer. Heading up to the top lane is Miggle on the Bat Rider. We've got 10, which is fucking mad on the Vengeful Spirit, Pos on the Ancient Apparition, and Fada going to be taking that Invoker towards the mid lane.
And on your Belarus bad boys, the Power Rangers are going to be opted up. We got Moon on that Slark, heading to the top rune area. Finishing out the top lane, we have Fingshka. I don't know if it's a shout out to Sashka, but it's, or Fing, the F God as he calls himself, on the Shadow Demon, who of course will be accompanied with Mr. J4 on the Leshrac. In your mid lane, we got Mr. Scandal, who's a stand-in, but he's been playing very often for Power Rangers, so he's pretty much like a inducted Power Ranger almost. So he's on the Storm Spirit in the mid lane. And finally, to finish things off, no real surprises there, Cheshire Cat once again on his Nature's Prophets, who currently sports a pretty nice record of 13-8 on that Nature's Prophet.
And I thought you were going to say sports a pretty nice set. This set's pretty neat. Kind of looks like
the Fungi Lord?
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
Like a fungus lord. But we'll see how this works out. It looks like it's going to be a tri-lane in the bottom lane and tri-lane top for Power Rangers as well, matching up against the Bat Rider and the Nature's Prophet respectively. I think I do favor the Nature's Prophet a little bit in this, just because you can pull a lot of Treant shenanigans and try to pull it through. Bat Rider doesn't really have those options, especially on the Radiant side.
Yeah, and then you always have that, Nature's Prophet go-to to fall back on. If things get really hairy, you could just move yourself over in the jungle to find that farm, which we've seen with like a Bat Rider and what have you. So Cheshire Cat, he's been around the block for a long time, especially on the Furion, so I'm sure he's going to be very much used to this.
Mid lane, Scandal just put on a clinic on how to block creeps. It might be a little awkward because there was a range creep first for Fada, but yeah, it actually pushes in the tower. Dear God, that is not what you want. That he went a little deep there. A little too much block.
Yeah, now it almost worked out in his favor. The elusive, I don't know if it's part of his game plan, but when you're trying to block really hard and the other guy just doesn't even care, it just blows up in your face. So
yeah, it's like,
trying to make the best of it. Yeah.
So, but I'm sure he'll be able to recover just fine. And both these tri-lanes being pretty conservative at this point, but it looks like Sigma might be going for the first kill here. Not able to do so. Vengeful Spirit just going to continue to zone out this Nature's Prophet with right click. Just with the threat of being stunned. I mean, that's a very real threat. If he does get stunned, it's pretty easy for them to kill him. Feast is taken first by Paris, though, so no action from him.
Once he gets open wounds, and if they get the opportunity to make the jump on Nature's Prophet, he will be destroyed. I mean, the slow of the open wounds, plus you got the cold feet that will already be stacked up. If you manage to land a stun as well, he'll pretty much be perma-locked down. So he does have to be very careful here. And of course, with Tangos on hand, a Sprout might not help him too much.
Yeah. And looking towards the top lane, the Bat Rider has pulled some pretty nice pull shenanigans using the Firefly to do so. And he got some decent experience off that, still getting some XP, so things working out pretty nicely for him. And it looks like we might have a gank in the mid lane, Vengeful Spirit wrapping around the back to potentially kill Scandal here.
It's very important you get this Storm Spirit taken down before he reaches level 6 so he can't get away. An immediate stun flying out, plus the cold snap. Fada trying to do work, but now Matt is on the run as a rotation comes in from Shadow Demon, laying out a few auto attacks, and unfortunately they will have to pull back. A bit of a time waste. They were unsuccessful in the gank, and that's a bit unfortunate. But regardless, Matt grabs up the rune for himself, denying it from the Storm Spirit.
A little bit weirdly, Fada only has points in Quas at this point. He was probably getting harassed a lot. He decided he needed the extra regen. Now he has Tornado. They should be able to get this kill without a problem. And we'll see as he's waiting up to initiate until he has a full up mana. No use in wasting that clarity. So there we go. Wave goes off. Oh, he needs to get the stun. There it is. Finally comes through. Fada throws the Tornado as well. Hits two. But now with the entrance of FNG, they're out of here.
The opportunity just wasn't there. I mean, conveniently, it happened to be an invisibility rune that he grabbed. They were trying to set up another one, but Shadow Demon persistent, still hanging out nearby, and they did have to pull back. Quick save from the Tornado denies them from getting disruption off, so that's good. But now they're pushing forward. Scandal gonna go up the hill. They land the Soul Catcher. Ooh, nice vortex back. Fada, can you get away from this one? A few more auto attacks, but nice. Manages to get away from any potential danger, and no first blood yet.
Yep, uses that Ghost Walk to get out of there effectively. And in the top lane, Miguel has taken this as an opportunity to really just start racking up some XP, racking up some farm. Without the Shadow Demon here, his potential for dying is way less. He can still get leashed into stun, but without Soul Catcher, they might not have enough damage to actually kill him. So things just continuing at parity, really.
Yep, and like we were saying before, Cheshire Cat not too happy with how things are going. Bottom lane takes his business into the jungle. No real surprises. Continue to farm it up. Expect him to build up into the Midas. Lately, he's been picking up that Necro book style build, that true Ultra Fungi Lord Rat. So we'll see if that's going to be the case this game. He's taking a lot of damage from these birds, though. God damn it. He's trying to farm them down pretty hard. He wants to get the big one.
Yeah, he wants that big one, but he should be able to get it now. But now it looks like there's another rotation heading middle. Miguel, is he going to head back to his lane? Yes, he is. He picks up a double damage rune. Mostly just denying that from the Storm Spirit is very important. Invoker doesn't use runes too much. Some Invokers do like still getting a bottle just to be able to use the runes effectively, but it's not so common. He has finished up Phase Boots, though.
Yeah, Phase Boots complete, and now some Bottle Crow action here. Get away from me, Red Horse. Sends him right back to the base, and that has Boots also in his stash ready to go, but rotations to come from both teams. We might see a scuffle here in the mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like it. Fucking Mad is here. He's only level 2. Shadow Demon here as well. He does have a bit of a level advantage, level 3. No points in poison, so he's not going to be able to use that to get vision. But looks like Vengeful Spirit no longer as interested. But, I mean, the carries are farming extremely well. Paris has pretty much full farm. I think he's only missed like 1 creep or something. And up in the top lane, Slark in a similar situation. He's missed a couple more.
Yeah, but as the story goes, Lifestealer has a lot of space bottom lane. Without a doubt, leading the front CS. 37 and 17. Slark's right there, 27, but that's 10 CS behind because he's been imposed a little bit. Batrider's still hanging out and kind of toying with the neutrals and being around, so it hasn't been as easy for him, but as you can see right now, he's got plenty of space to work with.
Yeah, there was just, you know, with a hero in the lane, it gets more complicated when he's pulling your creeps around as well. And Paris has literally just been sitting in the bottom lane. I don't think he's moved more than a couple inches out of this spot. He's done a nice job keeping the creeps right in the right spot as soon as that Nature's Prophet left the lane.
Yep, and they're pulling back, man. This Shadow Demon's committing a lot of time to just hanging around the mid lane. He's not really getting anything for himself. I guess just waiting for the right opportunity. Maybe waiting till Scandal's level 6. He's very close, and then they'll finally make the jump in. I guess it's pretty crucial for them to try to get this Invoker down sooner. I mean, they're committing so much time for it, and we'll see if he'll pull off.
Yeah, there is a small window of opportunity for the Invoker to get off the Tornado if you don't use the Vortex while you're Ball Lightning. It's pretty hard. I mean, if they really go on him aggressively, there's a good chance that Fada will die. But now, fucking Matt is smoked up. He's looking for some action, but he's heading bottom. There's no one here.
Yeah, they should know that he hasn't been here.
Yeah,
Cheshire Cat's been in the jungle for a while, so he needs to retreat, use the rest of this haste rune, and maybe consider going to the mid lane, or maybe they could just acquire this tier 1 pretty quickly. We'll see, but yeah, he's not going to find anyone just yet.
Maybe he's waiting for them to TP in. That's definitely a possibility. They think that they are going to defend it, but it looks like PR might just be content to take their own tower. They do have the Leshrac, and he's just using that Edict to start knocking down. And no, there is a TP coming in from Prophet. Maybe he played into fucking Mad's plans. Whoa, I think he... Ooh, oh, man.
He's got no mana either. No Sprout. He hasn't even leveled it up yet,
showed.
so if he gets caught out, he's going to be in trouble.
And now they definitely know the Shadow Demon's here as well. And full retreat here from Mad.
Yeah, you know, this is like the second straight gank we see him try to go for, and really it just hasn't worked out. Both teams really haven't found the opportunity yet. We're over 7 minutes, still no first blood, no kill, no nothing happening yet. Both teams very methodical, very slow-paced, don't want to give anything away too early.
And I think at this point, I would have to favor Sigma just a bit. Oh, he gets the pull off on Fada in the mid lane. He's not even going to go for a kill, but he might have a bit of an unpleasant surprise here. The cold snap goes off. Oh, he dodged it. This is stun. He's going to be just fine. If that stun didn't land, probably would have died, but makes it out.
And all the meanwhile, the first tower does go down, but it is a deny. Batrider manages to pull out the deny in the top tier 1 tower, taken away from PR, so... props to him for being able to consistently sit in the lane and pull that one out. He did briefly go to the jungle, but he's been holding his own in this off lane.
Yeah, he's picked up Tranquils in a bottle. Things seem to be going decently well for him. I mean, he doesn't have the quick blink dagger that we sometimes see out of the jungle ones. But I think just the fact that he's present in this top lane, making Slark miss a little bit of the CS is probably worth it. He knows that Paris is holding it down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and considering just comparing that to Cheshire Cat's Furion, I feel like he's been doing his role just a little bit more. Obviously, Furion will shine later on when he can really begin the split push, but Bad Rider's getting pretty close to his true initiation potential, and he's thinking about making a go here in the mid lane.
Yeah, Tornado goes up to start it up. FNG's here, there. He pops a disruption, but now he's going to find himself the victim of Lasso drag back. Pole Snap going to help finish the job, but there's the first blood, but now Scandal deciding he wants to go in on Fada, but there's the trees sprouting. Now he makes some trees, and now Fada going to go down. He is detected. They can see him. Sentry going down. So 1 for 1. Shadow Demon for Invoker, and they get a ward out of it. That's actually a pretty big deal. So not very successful at all for Sigma.
Yeah, definitely worked out in PR's favor. Good start, good gank. Bat Rider making use of that lasso right away, but it wasn't worth it when they were able to rotate in and commit and take down the Invoker. It definitely blew up in their face, and now they're looking to get a tier 1 in exchange for it. This could make things even better for them.
Yep, and Paris looking for the tier 1 bottom. He rages up, and now Shadow Dance on Moon. It looks like he's going to try to take him on Pos. Paris is able to take down that tower, and now Slark managing to mangle the AA. Stuck in the jungle. Gets pounced down.
Pounced down, taken apart, putting ahead 2-1. Very free top lane here. I'm surprised Sigma has not rotated over to try to take advantage of it. Just a lot of people kind of hanging around in the mid lane still. But regardless, a tower finally in their favor, and they get it done. And I'm sure the Lifestealer is happy to take it in more. He's still way out in front, 71 and 20 CS for him. Is this kind of it looks like he's obviously going to go with the tread style build. So, or not treads, but the drums rather.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the phase drums build, FNC build, just to be able to make it through and not just get kited all the time. I mean, the problem is there is a Shadow Demon on the other team who is pretty good at kiting the Lifestealer just because of Purge, obviously. But we'll see. I think Paris has enough farm where he should be able to get enough items where it's not going to take many right clicks for him to just kill people, especially the supports. So, smoke up for PR.
Call me greedy here, and we might finally get to see it now, but I've yet to see this duo come out, the Batman and Robin, the Leshrek and Shadow Demon, finally both smoked up. I've been eager to see them make the disruption stun work out, but they're making the long rotation all the way to the top. Their eyes are on this AA, and if they get good positioning, this should be a really easy pickoff.
Yeah, and Pos has to feel pretty safe right now. I mean, he has the ward here. It looks like he might know this is happening. He's playing pretty conservative. Oh, man.
Denied. They have to pull back, unable to catch it. Good game sense coming up from Ancient Apparition. Didn't want to give it away too much and was playing very cautiously and did not hand over the kill.
Yeah, nice job by him. He must have just noticed that they weren't on the map, and the Shadow Demon has been on the map the whole time. I mean, he's just been hovering behind the Storm Spirit, and once that leaves, he noticed the Leshrac is gone. A nice job figuring out that they are coming for him, and now he's just working towards level 6 pretty successfully, might I add, and once he does get that up, should get a bit easier for Sigma.
And as you can see, Blink Dagger now acquired on the bat, followed up with a smoke, and it's time to make something happen. And meanwhile, bottom lane, both the true cores kind of duking out for their own CS. No aggression yet, but just kind of a bit of a respectful farm as Lifestealer will pull back into the jungle now to get more copious amounts of farm, take advantage of that Midas, etc., etc., and Slark will just sit persistent in the lane.
Ooh, right when the Blink Dagger comes up, the smoke comes out for Sigma. I think they want to kill the Storm Spirit. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to find Scandal, though. He is very far back behind the tier 1, and now they're just going to continue up. They'll be happy with any kill as long as they can get one. I mean, when you smoke like this, you really have to get a kill. Otherwise, you're losing a lot of time. You're losing money. And now he Fireflies up the cliff. He's going to be able to find FNG here.
Here we go.
There he goes. He grabs him, pulls back. This should be a very easy kill. The Ancient Apparition's here as well with the Chilling Touch. And now, they didn't count on this. Scandal comes in. Tornado sails through. The AA ulti's there as well. Scandal, he's going to die. He shatters. Triple kill for Pos. Oh my god. Sigma just turned this one on its head with that triple kill.
Wow, it just kind of all came in their favor right there. They had the easy pick off on Shadow Demon. Scandal thought he could make something happen, wasn't counting on that many of the cavalry for Sigma being right there, and with the assistance of the AA ultimate, they just clean house the top lane. And Ancient Apparition inherits a lot of gold and XP, which you typically would think would be kind of blah on a support, but Ancient Apparition, if he gets the levels in gold, he gets that scepter early, whoo, you're going to be in for a rough game.
Oh yeah, it makes me happy just thinking about it. Hey, that farmed. Hopefully he'll make some good items out of it. Moon and Paris, just like you were saying, continuing to farm. And we'll see what Paris goes into from now. I mean, when you do get the drum build and the phase builds, sometimes you see people go for like a Basher early. Armlet is the most conventional choice, just to maximize your damage. And Slark, he's been building towards this for a while. The Shadow Blade is up for him, so he's going to be trying to pick off some supports.
All right, big Power Rangers smoke. Yep, they're hunting right through the high ground. They're getting pretty aggressive here. They want to catch something out. But meanwhile, on the side jungle, they do manage to catch out. They're blinking and they want to get Miggle. Bit of redemption here. Can they get it? Nope. AA ult to fly. Good old ults. Blast right in. VS will end up being taken down. And unfortunately, Mad Bomber as well. They trade right now 1-for-1 support. And they also quickly last up the Shadow Demon. He has to be careful on how he jukes it out. He's very low. They do manage to get him down. Double kill for Sashka, a.k.a. Paris. And the rest of the squad are forced to pull out. Big favorite right now for Sigma.
Cheshire Cat manages to snag one with the ultimate. He takes down the Bat Rider. But again, Sigma just hooking up perfectly with the Tornado EMP AA ulti, and that is just a devastating amount of damage at this point in the game. There's not really much that that PR can do about it. Honestly, if they land that combo, they pretty much just all die. They don't have nearly enough HP to deal with that. I mean, look at all of the heroes on PR. Like, none of them have more than 900 HP. Tornado goes through EMP as well. Here's the AA ulti. They don't even need it this time. And now Scandal has darted in. Is he going to get punished for this? A nice swap to make sure that he stays safe. But now a disruption follows up. Here comes the Slark. He pounces in easily, gets a kill with the Pact. And now Lifestealer has jumped inside Pos. They're looking to make an exit. Sentry Ward goes down. D wards abound.
Still a support. Nice, you know, Power Rangers holding strong here. Don't want to get diverted too much, but we were kind of, or at least I was personally expecting the Sigma are coming to game right now. They're coming off a loss. They've been very wishy-washy. According to, as of 6.8, Sigma's been 6-20. Very unfortunate record for them. They have pulled off a couple of nice wins, like I said before, off Cloud9 and such, but they need to prove themselves. They don't want to be casted aside here. Power Rangers on a big win streak. They want to shut them down. So I'm really impressed by Sigma. They're making good rotations.
They've grabbed Miguel in the bottom lane. The Vortex comes out, but now they're not able to kill him. And Scandal's completely out of mana, stuck with nowhere to go. Tornado sails through. They're going to be able to get that. One more right click. Paris is going to clean that up. Now Moon's on the run. The Yule's very nice from the Invoker. Unfortunately, the A ulti's going to miss, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. Double kill for Paris.
This is going to be quick, man. I just said it too. Good rotation to the bottom. Invoker steps in and does what Quaswex does best. Takes him right down. The EMP is just devastating to the Storm Spirit, so he can't make anything happen. Scandal's in for a hard one right now, and man, conveniently enough, Lifestealer, the one to pick up most of the kills. He's sitting right now 4-0 already at 16 minutes in. He's going towards a Sage and Yasha build.
Wow. Invoker catches another great 2-man EMP, drains the mana of the Leshrac, drains the mana of the Shadow Demon, and now they have to go back to base because they got nothing at all in the tank. And Sigma, just beautiful team play. And, you know, they were playing not with their full Rasa for a while. Fada was absent for some games. They had to use Funzi as a stand-in for a while. And now they're back with 5, proving that they still are a team to be reckoned with. And, you know, based on this performance, I can't disagree with them.
Yeah, I really hope. I mean, I'm not going to be a biased person at all, but I kind of want Sigma to be able to get this one out. They deserve it. They definitely put in the work and the effort, so they're pushing really hard for this one. They're going, speaking of push, I guess, they're going for the tier 1 in the mid lane. They want to get it. Sashka completely steps in, wants to be able to get the last hit. PR not nearby, but they do get jumped and pulled right back. They're going right for the Shadow Demon to take him down.
He disappeared. Ancient Apparition, Pos picking up another kill. The Wrath flies through. Slark, he's looking for blood. Maybe he's looking for the courier. Is he going to find it? No, he is not. That Shadow Blade about to run out. He needs to be very careful here not to get snagged. And he's just fine. He runs out. He's going to go run into Paris.
Yeah, I mean, Power Rangers with this Slark pickup, they haven't really seen him being able to reach the potential of what Slark should be. You know, that snowball crazy hero, and he actually eats the open wounds. He's getting smacked in the butt. Oh my God, what have I done? He's trying to retreat to the north and gets away and realizes quickly that Paris is just a little more farmed and a little better off right now.
Yeah, he's got the Sanja as well. Maybe we'll get a couple mames here to help him just continuing to track down these supports. And this is that build that we were talking about earlier, just making sure you can't get kited nearly as easily, make them commit a lot more. And I do like this build. And his farm is so accelerated that he's going to have some really big items really fast. I mean, it's 18 minutes, and look at his farm. Glancing at the graphs, it shows that as well. Sigma, 7,500 advantage in both gold and experience. Wow, look how poor Shadow Demon is.
Well, we saw him commit a lot to that mid lane earlier, so I'm not really surprised by that. He's just trying to be his, the best babysitter he can be. But Sashka hasn't really needed the opportunity yet to like hop up in the bat, make something happen just yet. He's just content on farming. He's getting all the free space and a few extra kills along the way. He's like, I got a good thing going here. Why bother going for any sort of infest bombs just yet? He has a lot of options to work with, but he's just content on farming for now.
Force staff going to be the choice for Miguel. Very standard, obviously, able to pull them further away from the fight. Paz is going for an Aghanims, and this is a great use of all this farm. This is what you really want to see out of your Ancient Apparition. It increases that freaking annoying Ice Blast duration, the Frostbite, to 17 seconds, which is just an absurd amount of time. Now, it looks like they're on the hunt for Scandal. Are they going to find him? He is way back in the jungle, drops down the Remnant. This does give you some flying vision, so it's easier to spot out Miguel. Drops another one, and he's just trying to figure out where he needs to go to not die.
Come on, Miguel, jump in there. You got it. He blinks it, but they just miss each other. Oh, wow. That game sense, though. Switch spots, and Scandal's able to get away. I don't know. Did he have vision? They just conveniently took himself away?
The Remnant gives you vision.
Oh, okay. Wow. So nice swap right there to get away. They throw out their own smoke, and maybe they look to counter-initiate here and move on back.
They want to take down the Nature's Prophet. Paris jumped inside the Invoker, and they went down and punished that Nature's Prophet. You don't try to take our tier 1s. Those are ours. Wow, full smoke here from PR. 4-man.
They're not going to get anyone, though. Slark's really hungry, though. He wants to find someone, but he will not be able to get it, and that's pretty much been the story of the game. We've seen this a couple times now. They're trying to make ganks happen, but Sigma, with their game sense, they know it's coming. They step back and avoid any potential danger. They get the pick off on the Treasure Cat, so they're moving well ahead, 11-6, and we'll see if they can pick up a few more towers and kills for themselves and just kind of put a lid on this one.
Yeah, Power Rangers are really looking for like team fights. They need to kill the Batrider or not get picked off before the team fight, but I don't know. This game is not going how they wanted. They need to get either pickoffs on the Storm, they need to man fight with the Slark. Things are just not going well. Sigma is farming far more efficiently. I mean, you look at the Invoker, he's pretty stacked. He's building his way toward a Orchid, and you look at the Storm, he just does not have nearly as much.
Yep. And speaking of additional initiation, Batrider does get that Force Staff complete. All the typical tools that a Batrider needs in his tool belt. Let's see if he can take advantage. He's not showing them just yet. He has the Force Staff available, but just based on past performance in this game, he'll probably want to take advantage of it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and with the gold disadvantage mounting for PR, I mean, they've already pretty much lost the farm war. So team fights, while definitely not ideal for them, I mean, fighting into an Invoker, they definitely need to get a good pick off first, but they're going to try to get Slark in the bottom lane. Nope, Fada going to get the EMP off, but they need to get a crucial pick off before this team fight starts, because if not, they're going to get railed by like the Batrider lassoing their key hero, or Fada just spamming spells out, and they've got no way to deal with that either. So things are honestly looking pretty bleak for Power Rangers. I'm not sure what the best thing for them to do to get back in this game is. Maybe just rely on Cheshire Cat to just rat this one out.
Quaswex Invoker is just something else. He just puts out 2 spells and immediately Slark has to head all the way back to the base, and it pretty much costed him nothing. And now he makes the exchange to the top. He gets jumped on. Scandal immediate jump and rips him right apart. Once again, right after I praise him, he gets ripped right down, taken apart. PR managed to get a little bit more momentum in their favor now. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. But for now, congregate to the jungle, everyone.
Well, this is the step in the right direction. You see they get that pick off. Now they're forming up. They've got the Leshrac on their side. I think they need to use that to start taking down towers after picking off a key hero like the Invoker. So we'll see if they're able to make this happen. Slark is looking for a target on the way out. Looks like he's going to be going for a Scotty. I have to imagine that's what that Ultimate Orb's going to be.
Dem stats. Why not, right? It's been happening time to time. He's got a long ways to go though before he can get it. If he can get a couple pickoffs, definitely would be favorable, but he's got a lot of work to do for now, farming up the Ancients. Blast the ult, but here comes VS, scouts him out, obviously sees him there, the quick pounce away. That's something that he does best, gets away from any potential danger and runs up to the north.
And Power Rangers use that 4-man gank, and these 2 supports just sat behind the Storm Spirit, but Sigma didn't take the bait. They had no interest. They're like, alright, well, if you're not actually going to push our tower, then we're not actually going to stop you. And they just keep the AA there, continue farming the map, and as a result, again, just a loss of efficiency for PR. In this game of farming, I mean, whoever's more efficient is definitely going to be the one to come out on top.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm a little curious here. I see Sigma's playing on it now. I was surprised at how long this tier 1 in the top tower has been standing. Usually for a lot of teams, especially on the Radiant side, the tier 1 top is just so favorable because then you can eliminate them from being able to have the easy access TP, and you can begin to control the jungle, which would be very important for Sigma, especially with a Bat Rider. You want to be able to get some wards down, catch anyone out farming. They have a lot of jungles, like prominent jungles, so now they get it down, and they're looking to push on forward. Let's see if the supports can step on in, get a little more map control, and be able to get some pickoffs.
And Cheshire Cat just using the trance. Oh, wow. What a deny from Miguel. And he TP's down there, drops the trance to try to take the tower down, and then just TP's himself out of there. And wow, the Dire are very deep in Radiant territory. Tornado going to miss AA ulti as well. It looks like they're just going to disengage. Miguel's going to run into 2 supports if he's not careful here. And with Scandal not too far away, he does need to be careful. Now, in the top lane as well, Moon under pressure. Yule's, oh, he's going to get EMP'd. There's, oh my god, he's stuck. You might be invisible, but you're not going anywhere, buddy. And now they're just going to bring him down extremely quickly.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, my friend. Unfortunately, Slark was caught out a little too deep, made the rotation up to the north, but the rest of the Sigma squad were right there and just shut him down.
Yeah, that did not go how he planned. And just look at the net worth. Paris is just sailing ahead. It's just not even close. He's had this entire game to do whatever he wanted. He is 6-0 with 184 last hits at 24 minutes. This is a perfect game for Paris, and he is a player that knows how to farm if you give him the opportunity.
Right, Power Rangers, are they thinking about making him a TP here on the top, or are they going to just hand away this tier 2? They're all kind of farting around the jungle on the bottom Sigma side, but they're going to hand it over. That's 2 towers back to back and even more gold in the pocket of Paris, so that's quite surprising. And they also lost to Slark recently, so their core's, you know, not doing quite as well. It's just a little unnerving right now for Power Rangers.
I'm a little surprised they didn't try to deal with that push. I mean, they're not going to get their own tier 2 out of it. They just traded 2 towers for nothing. Nothing at all. Aghanim, wow. This is a 25-minute Aghanim's range and apparition, who, on the back of that triple kill in the early game, has found exactly what he wanted.
Now he can sit in the fountain. He doesn't have to play the game anymore. Just
yep, he's done.
Be there, throw out the ultimates all you want, and that's more than enough to be a big factor in any fight. This is crazy. I
now
mean,
a
just
minigame.
Yeah, yeah. Just add operation. Step 1, learn how to land ult. Step 2, win a game.
Now the Orchid's coming online for the Invoker. This should give them some great game against the Storm, against the Slark. This is a really nice item. Against this entire PR squad, really. All these look like very juicy Orchid targets to me. Ancient Apparition ult gonna slam Moon in the face, and now he's gonna realize that is an Aghanim's. Why am I still frostbitten? I hate my life. BKB up for Scandal. That's gonna help him deal with this at least a little bit. But when you're going BKB first on Storm, like before anything else, just after Boots Bottle, you know that you are up Shit's Creek. Like, that is not the item for him at all. You really want that after you can already do something. Because at this point, Scandal actually can't do anything. Like, he doesn't have an Orchid, he doesn't have a Bloodstone for lots of mana regeneration to be able to just stay in fights forever. He's got a BKB to try not to die to this Invoker.
Yeah, he doesn't get the opportunity to do a lot that most Storm Spirits do, like be able to pick off support maybe on his own. He won't be able to do much on his own. Sigma's been showing that they're able to rotate, they're able to clump up and be together. They will not allow Scandal to get those easy pickoffs, and now he's forced to play very defensively and maybe only go for pickoffs and initiations when he has his full team behind him. So that's a big part of Storm Spirit's game that he did not get to enjoy.
Not at all. I mean, he's just been shut down. And now, whoa, wow. Sigma, they're on the offensive. Miguel just wandered into the base to see if there was anyone defending it. No one doing so, and now they're just going to go back and defend. I think they were looking for a free pickoff there. Wow,
yeah,
that's an A-Blade.
In theory,
okay.
It would be great.
I mean, Lifestealer has an A-Blade, so... that's actually just absurd.
And 1k gold. My god, this guy
he
is rich.
So farmed. 226 last hits. It's continuing. That Abyssal Blade is going to let him lock down the Storm and kill him, who has almost no HP. Let him lock down the Nature's Prophet and kill him. Really, let him kill anyone he wants. The Slark is still a little bit harder. He's one of the tankier heroes on the team, as well as having, obviously, the Shadow Dance. But, I mean, make it known, that is a bad item. If you're behind and someone on the other team gets an Abyssal Blade, it's just really hard. They're trying to sneak a Roche right here. Ugh.
Desperation Roche.
Yeah, that's basically.
Get it down quick, fellas. We can't do much damage, but
oh god, he throws a tornado through. Oh, there it comes.
Oh man, they got it. They're treading on thin water right now. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, now the Vengeful Spirit's here as well. They do get it. Immediately, the BKB pop by Scandal swap by fucking Mad. Tries to pull him out, but here's the lasso. The Aegis already used. Disruption comes off by FNG, but he's caught by the Ice Wall. He's not going too far at all. Now Moon stuck, trying to pounce out, not making it, not able to do so. And they're trying to, ooh, what a use! He throws out the Flame Break as well. And they were able to take down a couple of heroes after that. Was definitely a greedy attempt at Roche, and they absolutely got punished for it.
It's one of those, like, it's just, it was desperate. It was a desperate.
Yeah, it was, we need this or we lose, and they didn't get it, and now they probably lose.
But Sigma is playing their A game right now. I mean, they have a really good draft. I would definitely favor theirs over PR, but it's also just, I think Sigma's playing really well. So they're definitely being a presence the whole game through, pushing up the hill right now, going for the tier 3, and PR have been unable to capitalize with a lot of these little strats they have. You know, no Shadow Demon, Leshrek really hasn't been able to snowball, and no Storm Spirit snowball. It's just nothing has been going their way.
J4 on the way out, gets swapped back in, pops off the Ghost Scepter to stay alive for the moment, but now Harris, still on his heels, is able to take him down. Scandal is able to pick off one. Fada is down, but he is in the threat of shattering. Nigo gonna go down as well, and Moon, and it looks like they might have gone a bit too deep in the base here. Fucking Mad, the only one left with Posh just in full retreat. Paris, he's still kicking around. He's gonna try to chunk down Moon. He's able to do so. Posh does fall, but Paris, he's wicked sick, and I'm not sure anyone can fight him. The Abyssal Blade goes off, but now 4-staffed away. Scandal has to leave as well, and they just can't really touch Paris. He is just way too hot right now.
All that work just to, like, get the tower, and that's it. I mean, if there was a little more focus on trying to get at least the melee racks down, I don't know if they would have got it or not. They do get a couple of kills. Paris still doesn't fall. 7-0 for him right now, inheriting plenty of extra gold. Hyperstone online, 1,500 in the bank. He's going for that AC. It's absurd. I don't know what else to say.
He's just going to be hitting people so hard. They're going to be so sad when he hits them. Oh my god. He has the Hyperstone as well now to just, oh jeez, he's just so farmed. Here's the problem for PR. They had this strategy to try to win the laning phase. It did literally nothing. Like, the Lesh combo never happened. The Shadow Demon wasn't really able to do anything this entire game, so he's behind. And in the meanwhile, on the other side, you've got an Ancient Apparition getting a triple kill at like 8 minutes or whatever, and he's now built that towards an Aghanim, so just a game of little efficiencies. A great job by Sigma just dodging a lot of these ganks, dodging a lot of the things that really make PR strong, and, you know, just Nature's Prophet, at least in competitive play, usually can't win you the game. He's going for a Hex now. He's making his best effort, though.
Yep, the early and mid game without question going towards Sigma, and I guess we wonder now, Power Rangers, do they have to fall back on Rat Dota? But no time for that. Bottom lane.
Scandal, he moves in, the pull is there, now fucking Matt, he's somehow still alive, and wow, Miggle has found Scandal, he brings him down with the Flame Break, and with the Scandal down, I'm not sure that there's much that they can do. He is going to try to get out of here. No, not able to do so. Paris says no, he abyssals him, and now Slark, he's over here, he's up in the air, Fada's tossed him, and now Vengeful Spirit, fucking Mad, gonna stun him, get that kill, and lock it down for Sigma as their advantage just continues to mount.
They're trying to do a little Rat Dota here, but it's not going to be very effective. I mean, we're almost at that point that we just need to put a fork in it. I mean, Power Rangers are just getting assaulted from all fronts. The early laning phase, the mid game, the lifesteal is already out of control. He looks like he's already at like a 40-minute game at 30 minutes in, so it's just getting a bit uncontrollable. I mean, there's always the fact that they do manage to get the lifestealer down. There's a sweet bounty there for him, but I don't know who will be able to capitalize even off that additional gold.
I mean, the problem is, like, Paris has, he's accelerated the game without telling anyone on PR. He's arrived at the late game before anyone else, and he is just so farmed, almost has that AC completed. Nature's Prophet just has to run in fear from Paris and hope to God that he doesn't try to run him down.
I apologize ahead of time for any background noise. My wife is cooking.
Oh, but, that sounds like a nice thing. I'm jealous.
Smells pretty good here, not gonna lie, but the smell of defeat in this game, PR. That segue though, right? Here we go.
Oh, poor PR. I mean, this Lesh does not have any points in his ultimate. He just has had no opportunities to do so. I think they know that pickoffs at this point have become the thing that they can plan on. Wow, look at this. They are all smoked up. This looks like what you do in a pub.
They might eat an ult. No, okay. It looked like the AA ult was heading right there. How devastating would that be? You can't even smoke and hide in the trees without eating that big AA ult. Because for these supports, if they get hit by one of those ice blasts, they have to start second guessing rather if they want to even be a part of the next fight or not. They'll easily be dwindled to about half-life, maybe even lower. So it's like, should I even sacrifice myself for this fight or not?
Look how scared Power Rangers are. I mean, they're literally hiding in the jungle when Sigma's on the other side of the map. I mean, things are real bad. The shop is closing. The company is bankrupt. Power Rangers need a miracle at this point, I think, to win this game.
Sigma's game sense has been impeccable. I mean, they're trying to look out for a pickoff in that side lane, but Miguel rather is like, I'm not going to hang out here any longer. He just goes ahead and opts up to the bottom lane with the rest of his comrades, and it's time to take the racks. He flies up, pushes on in. Will he manage to find a pickoff here? The Fun Lord, gotcha!
Cheshire Cat.
Hold right back, and poor little Cheshire Cat has been easily neutered and taken right back down. Paris moves on to Beyond Godlike. They're going for the Mad Bomber. Can they get him? Scandal moves in, throws up in the air, thrown right back down into the afterlife. The rest fall down. 4 fall. Racks should be acquired, and the white flag, rather, will probably be raised. There it is, Ray. Holy moly.
Sigma, just perfect play, really, this game. I mean, the experience of this team is just showing. I mean, they've been to internationals. They know how to play Dota 2. Their game sense is near perfect, this game at least, and just great execution. Easily carries them through our last game of the day.
Yep, Power Rangers get their 6-game win streak taken down as Sigma finally pick up a win for themselves. Props to them. Real, nice performance, and already they want to try to move into a scrim, so classy on them. But overall, a great day of European Dota. I was very happy.
Yeah, great day, and hope you guys have enjoyed myself and Coddle Guys casting here on Beyond the Summit for Dota Starladder. I'm What Is Hip. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatIsHipTV, and Coddle Guy can follow him on Twitter at Coddle Guy. I hope you guys have enjoyed the cast, and we'll see you next time. In just a couple of hours, BTS will be starting their first show in the studio. You can check that out on their stream, and there's a couple Reddit posts kicking around with details, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.